Videos, we discussed about cardinal rules, some tips about how to set up what it takes to be, and then we discussed about goal and goal setting. Now we'll slightly discuss about what are the factors that will help you to identify or achieve the goal. There are many factors. Today we will be discussing only about two factors, which is passion and the other one is stress. Okay. Well, first let's discuss about the passion. People identify passion at a very later stage in the spectrum of goal. Sometimes you may need to take the help of your parents or friends or your professors or teachers or somebody in the society who will help you to identify what is that you are passionate about, or sometimes you yourself can identify what you are passionate about it. The only thing in identifying that is that it has to be natural enough to have the steam to achieve your goal. The goal aim is over a period of 2, 5, 10, 15 years, and sometimes it may be beyond that. Suppose somebody may be interested in their music, so becoming a musician or like a top star musician can be a goal, and if you are gifted enough or you have been trained enough, probably you can achieve that. But what you should be careful about in identifying the passion is that it should not be a forced one. When I say forced one is that it could be parents or your friends or your own, on your own you're forcing on yourself that yes, I want to do this because of whatever reason. So what happens is that when it is forced and it is not natural, it may be working for some time, and when something else happens, automatically this goal or this passionate item will go off your mind, and you will achieve a sense of false satisfaction, or even it may be a true satisfaction, but it is away from your goal. It is okay from that perspective in terms of life, but from a goal setting perspective or achieving the goal perspective, that needs to be taken care. Sometimes people say that okay, there's a strong criticism on somebody that you are not good enough for doing certain things, or you should not do for some reason, or if somebody hated, so it should not be a kind of revenge like yes, I can also do. Then what happens is that you may be successful enough, but that is not out of a real passion. So what will happen when you don't have a real passion or a natural passion, and you assume you have got a forced passion or a revenge based passion, automatically the element of stress come into picture. We'll be slightly discussing about that stress. There are two kinds of stress. One is the distress and another one is the eustress. When people talk about stress, it's generally it is distress. We we tend to do certain things which we don't like, then that becomes, there is an urge to do, but it is not happening in the way you want it. So what happens is that there is a body reaction which creates a kind of nervous activity which creates a stress in oneself. On the other hand, if you are passionate about, say for example, reading or drawing or singing or playing or working for that matter, okay, you may be working in a company or maybe a scientist, you may be a politician, whoever you are, and if you have got a passion, so the stress is that it becomes eustress. When it becomes eustress, what happens is that there is a level of anxiety, like yeah, I want to score good marks, maybe uh, maybe top ranking or a kind of or outstanding kind of a grade. But I've done this part, so there is a expectation that yes, how much I will get, or will I get the absolute marks? Will I get centum, or will I get that outstanding rating? So there is an element of stress, but this stress won't create any problem for the self. So it's better you start loving or passionate about what you are doing. So any stress which on the way that gets created in achieving that part of the goal or the activity in the goal, then it becomes a eustress. When there is a eustress, what happens is that you know any longer you will be uh, or rather I will say this way, you will not be worrying about whether you are performing or not, because it is natural, because you are naturally studying, because you are naturally playing, you are naturally working, you are naturally learning. What happens is that the body, the mind, everything gets adjusted to the fact that okay, there is an element of stress, but it is eustress, and it is going to make you perform, which means your output will be more, your output in terms of quality, quantity, or the satisfaction will be more. So you are performing. On the other hand, if that stress is going to be a distress, then even sometimes what happens is that sitting idle will be a distress. It will create tension. So there are a lot of health problems which will lead to, or in terms of performance, you may not be in a position to perform. Or sometimes what will happen is that you just conform to certain things. Okay, you are good in like this, and you will be doing it only like that. So you can't be performing. You can't be a performing artist. You can't be a performing professional. You can't be performing anybody. So today we discuss about two important aspects on passion and one thing related to stress. So these two factors, if it is set correctly, okay, if it is naturally passionate, and you the person is going to perform out of eustress, then achieving the goal is a bit easy. You can plan for it. You can try to achieve. So try to get these two as a habit. We will discuss about more of the attributes or factors that will help one to achieve the goal in the coming videos. Thank you very much.